right. So I'm welcome you in our second part of the session when we are going to listen our next 6 owners of the scientific research and relevant and respective papers. Me is the first one, and I see that it's still loading my PDF format. Yeah. I didn't prepare presentation, to be honest, and I will try to make my session easier as much as possible, but I'm going to share my screen and to show you what I wrote and explain you. Because I am the leader leading this. That is interesting how they are. I don't know how, if it's possible to share, by the way. Boom, 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 because just a second. Could you please, Simen, do you remember if you could maybe share my number 5?
Yes, of course.
It's number 5. I will explain you briefly what I did. So I'm teaching enterprise risk management, and I'm also certified for cybersecurity and for Lean Six Sigma. I developed a game, psychological game based on the sociological theories. And those games I applied to apply this game for the students, and I made research during 2 years. Oh yeah, that's fine. If you could just make it more, yeah, like not zoom it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I will thank you for this leading me and helping me with that. So in my daily work, I do also cybersecurity assessments to comply with the certain standards. In this game, the students was distributed in the 3 groups in a rank status. As you know, in cybersecurity, we have rank red, green, and amber. And they received the cards that they anonymously they took those cards, they choose this card by chance, and they were distributed on this group. Could you please scroll down a little bit to the table? You can actually not look at just to the table. Really down, down, down. And the goal of those groups, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's here. Yeah, and after will be the table. And the goal was to complete the security assessment. So I trained the people during 3 days, and after 3 days, they had to do the cybersecurity assessment, working in a group about 90 minutes. And I'm the moderator of that. And I was looking at the quality, at this, how speed they are, how quick they are, and how they communicate within the group. First group, red group, the cards was absolutely empty, so you can do whatever you want. It was written on the card, and you cannot share it with your colleagues, with your group members. Each group has five people. The green group, the card was fully open, so you had your name, you have your role, you have your task, and you can share information. And the yellow group, you cannot share who you are, your role, but you can but you know what to do. Comparing to the red group who just was written, you can do whatever you want. I have the group, I have the cards. So, and after that, they were performing these assessments. Why at all I came in this idea to have this psychological game? First of all, because I am a very innovative teacher, and I'm really doing the many kind of games and develop many kind of games with the students to teach them very to teach them in the subject of cybersecurity and enterprise risk management, which is not easy subject. And secondly, because in European Union and of course in the world of the enterprises of the corporate, there are the necessity of having ad hoc working groups. When the working groups are spontaneously getting together to solve some problem. For instance, you have cyber attack, and sometimes you need to involve different kind of groups. You need to involve human resources. You need to involve, I don't know, the building construction manager, if it's considering even the cyber, but physical cyber security, that data center is impacted. So, or you need to involve police. You know, this there are the number of the state-owned organizations or state organizations. You must to involve them when the cyber attack has a certain criticality and impact large businesses, or you are the part of the critical infrastructure or business, as we call it, or there are other name of those businesses. So there are the necessity of the quick group assessment or quick assessment, ad hoc assessment. I had the lunch, so I am a bit slow and no chocolate still. So, and also, certainly we are now living in the unstable world when there are many conflicts since 2022 appear, and now it's even more harder than it used to be. That's why the people communicate and the groups in the government level needs to work together to solve quickly escalations that we have, that could potentially state or government or an organization has. So this is the reason, and other reasons, of course, because I'm interested in social behavior, in the psychology, conducting all of this. I'm constantly working with this and conducting about 50 assessments during 1 year. Let's go to the group, to the tables. It's just calculations. You can read, your mathematics. I'm not mathematical. This was also the help for me. It's actually, I was growing up in Kharkiv, so that's why I'm saying my heart to Kharkiv whenever somebody from this region. And the calculation was done by a professor from one of the university in Kharkiv, military university. His name is on the article. He's Alexei Yazykov. Well, what we measured psychological discomfort, intergroup conflicts, moderator remarks, quality, presentation of the thesis in the end. I will disclose you some information even right now, and will tell you that the grad group, as a result, they were very quick at the first 30, 40 minutes. But after that, they're really slow. So autocratic leadership style, they're very quick. And you see this in the war right now. So they're really quick in the reaction, because you don't have all of this formality that green group has. They need to agree, they need to discuss who is who, they need to find out. They need to find out in the yellow group who is who, but green, it's all just purely democratic. However, the quality of this and aggressivity of that is really so not really high, but because we don't have I didn't have a large number of the 500 people whom I measure. And it's just first research on it, even if it's lasted a quite long time, about 2 years. However, anyways, this group is at the end, the quality is less than the quality of the others. So I'm not favor of bureaucracy at all, and I am the favor of the labor market, not state, when state has a limited number of the power, so that the society more leading by companies. For me, that is preferable as economist. However, I must see that I must be clean here that the quality, anyways, in the green and yellow group, when it's open liberal kind of style, it is really higher than the group with hierarchical or whatever authorical leadership style. And this table is the quality of the group work. Let's go below. Yeah. And this table is yeah, consultation. Yeah, this is also the table of the completion of the work, how quickly they complete the work also. Why it's important, and again, I'm backing to what I just explained, why I came to this idea. It's because when you have a disaster, natural disaster, war, you have a cyber attack, or it is a state-owned cyber attack, for instance, when the many actors is involved on the European, US level, whatever regional level, you have a cyber attack to the hospitals, which is, of course, critical part of the critical infrastructure, like we have in my country, Czech Republic. So in this case, the how quick you are, it's important. So here we also measure the speed of the work, the completion of the results of the final assessment, cybersecurity assessment, which is the table. It's a real table, the table that I use in my daily work. So I train the students, and they complete at the end the table that is real for risk assessment. And because this is what important. There's some observation that when you are getting together a number of the people in the room, and those people in real life do not understand who is role what, who is doing which role everybody has, that also complicate the things. This is, and yeah, complicate the things, dot. Another observation is in the red group, which is particularly interesting, that if people don't know who is who, if they cannot speak, if they have more, this is red, like authority, oh my God, I cannot explain, authorical, hierarchical style. In this case, and it's human very much, one of the person or two people sometimes just really appear or show up, kind of show him or herself more than others. But in the green group, when everybody knows who is who, the leader is already defined. In the red, leader not defined, he or she needs to be a peer. So, and those you can see that somebody who has the skills is performing, start to be active. And in the green group, the leader is already defined, and sometimes it's not absolutely the smartest person. It was by chance chosen in the cards. In the yellow group, this leader, he needs to, without saying to each other that I am a leading, because they have 5 roles there, based on this Lean Six Sigma. And like, for instance, he's the business owner or process owner. And here he needs to show by his skills and action that he is actually the leader. And everybody needs to follow him by, again, using some human skills. There are mathematical explanation. There are many things that you can find there. And I will not go into these details. I'm not I'm not a mathematic. But we do see statistically that we actually, our theories is well defined, and it makes sense. And once you participate this game, you also understand that students love it, and especially at the end when I opened the cards and everybody understood what is the reality of this game. And when the game ends, we are discussing the psychology of it, how you feel, what to do, what is the lesson learned. So I'm going to do the same, the game in next week, because I always have 4 days of the teaching of my course in France. That's why I will have a pleasure again to perform this game just in about 1 week. And the conclusion, could you please? Well, I would suggest just to read it, in general, but I would maybe a little bit show it differently. I'm thinking first of all about the contribution to the field, and this is the field of the ad hoc risk assessments, cybersecurity, as well as of in general, the group organization and understanding how it should be organized in the case of any disaster. And I believe that this contribution is there, and it helps to understand how to form the group, how to prepare those people, what is the consequences of the consequences could be, how rapid this group can work, if it could lead into quality at the end. Because if you working on for instance, it was ad hoc working group on some hurricanes, war starting, escalation, etc. We need to understand what would be the quality of this group, because people go in there already with the baggage of their knowledge, skills, and sometimes they even don't bother them to present, if I really speak, kind of verse in a simple language. So it will help not only to cybersecurity risk, enterprise risk management facilitators, but also the organizers, the leadership, the many people who done business continuity management, because in business continuity, be performing the table round, as I hope you're familiar with the business continuity management for cybersecurity. There are the numbers of table, so call it, it's even wordings for that, when we perform table round discussion with key stakeholders. And in many cases, in big organizations like when we have 15,000 people, there are the stakeholders that not necessarily to work before with each other. In many cases don't, or they don't know, or they just saw their names, even some titles in many cases change so rapidly. I'm not even speaking about the companies who is even larger than us, like Tesla, we can even mention. Well, voila, this is my research. I do like it a lot because it's very, very practical. And if you want to perform it for yourself, please go ahead. In Netherlands, the banks and the Bank Association were asking me to perform this game for them. And I'm going to perform this game for other organizations in the future. That's it. If you have any tricky questions to me.
Thank you for your report, dear colleagues. Questions? I have a question about application of this game. So, as I understood, it develops a lot of skills that are connected with cybersecurity. And can you tell us what is the professional groups of people who can play it and get advantages from the result, and what are the maybe social groups that can play it and get some benefits?
Yeah. Well, I will start maybe with organizations who could definitely have it as a practice in their trainings. It could be even ENISA, which is well known, located in Greece, in Athens, European Union Agency of Cybersecurity. A very, very well known organization that I had the pleasure to participate their conferences here in Brussels many, many times, and also online. And it could be the CERT. It's a certified CERT. I honestly, I'm not sure about the abbreviation. It could be the national agencies in each country who is dealing with cybersecurity. Also, that could be risk management specialists, business continuity specialists, and it's a must in any organization. They, especially now, they always having this always they're now dealing with IT, particularly for cybersecurity and business continuity management. They have, and I'm sure you know it, so-called the business disaster recovery plan. And disaster recovery plan, it's a part of business continuity management, and it's only focusing on the IT. So you could adjust and put this game to practice it. And in some countries, and actually also in Ukraine, you must to do certain exercises each year and show it, especially if you are belonging to the critical infrastructure businesses. So you can perform this game as a part of your yearly trainings. Who else? To ad hoc groups that there are in the companies. I'm trying to find more than cyber risk management, business continue. This is 3 groups for sure. If it's speaking about the sectors, it's a health, security, environment, HCE sector for sure. Medical sector is belonging to that. IT sector and financial sector could be also the parts of domain, we can call it. Domains can be also interesting in this rapid risk assessment. Everything that's related to the nuclear, I would say, infrastructure also there, because you have a high standards for security in all security, in physical and not physical security. There should be very much interesting. Well, it is the real scenarios that could be performed. So basically, the end of the game can be very different. So you can, as the end of the game, to perform to perform risk assessment as a final table or something else when you play this game to train yourself. I hope I answered on your question.
Yes, thank you very much. Don't have a question.
Okay, so now I'm going to my role of the moderator. I'm going back to my role of the moderator. Yeah, please feel free to stop sharing.